All right, guys, welcome back. We're on to the next part, non-random mating. So this is the second of the five processes that can lead to evolution. Non-random mating is more commonly known as sexual selection. It's the idea that specific characteristics are selected by the species because they're found more attractive. Make sure that you realize that these are not chosen because they necessarily make it more successful. Again, not all things that are there for sexual selection make you more successful. This is an example of a bird that has to literally, that bird can't take off in this direction. It has to fall off backwards and then pick up flight. So it does not make it better adapted or better suited to the environment like natural selection would. This just simply is a characteristics that's chosen by mates. And because it's chosen by those mates, generation after generation, whatever is being selected for is continued to be carried on, and it'll change the allele frequency from this generation to the next generation. Then evolution has occurred. A kind of an example of this is breeding. If you think about breeding, whatever characteristic you want in that animal, you breed together until you get it, and you can see that there's a significant change in the gene pool over time, and so different characteristics show up. We do the same thing for selective breeding for chickens. And it gets to the point where you could see how a new species could form, where one specific population has been selected for traits that are so unique through just mate selection that it makes another, if this was considered attractive in a different population, then neither one of these are well adapted to their environment. Both of these will die if left into the wild. But but because this is what's found attractive in a specific population of breeders, and this is what's found attractive in another population of breeders, they end up with very different characteristics. By the way, these are not a different species. If you breed them together, you get one of those, which is just a weird dingo-looking dog. Here's some more examples. Again, the traditional one is peacocks. When this comes up on a test or a quiz, you'll probably see a peacock. It's the most likely one. Underneath here is an anole lizard video pass off from HHMI. Make sure you watch that. But they talk about how sexual selection and natural selection work together in anole lizards. And out here, we have something called sage grouse. It's kind of our version of a peacock slash turkey, but they do the same thing. Not only is their feathers important, but also the sounds that they're allowed to make and can make in order to attract female mates. So all the other examples over here, lions are another one, deer. Basically, it's not necessarily survival of the fittest. In this case, it's survival of the most attractive, because you can't pass your genes on unless you mate. And so this selective mating becomes a really important factor in the evolution of species over time. All right. Make sure you get the pass off done, and I'll see you on the next video.